I can't believe how bad Chicago has become. That is a place where my coming to America story began. I still have a lot of family in Chicago. I mean, I love the place. I don't go as often as I used to, but I really love the place. I love Chicago. And to see it go down this path is really, really painful to watch. I have some good memories of the city. I have some good memories of the state, Illinois. I have a lot of good memory. I always say that Chicago made me, but this looting and burglaries have to stop. It has to stop, man. Especially when these people that are doing this are doing it to the very few businesses that want to set up in these neighborhoods. Walmart is not coming out there. And I thought I'd seen the worst until I saw this story.
On the city's south side is cleaning up after its second break-in in just a few weeks.
Gabriella Primus live outside Brown Sugar Bakery, one of our favorites on East 75th. Gabby?
How do you hit a bakery twice? A bakery. What are you doing? Looting bread, stealing bread? When I first saw the story, I didn't believe it. I mean, I can understand if it was done one time, but twice? A bakery? Like, don't you feel bad for people that run? These are mom and pops, these are small businesses. Like, somebody struggles to set this up. And 75th has a lot of history behind it, even though it's a little bit on the rough edges, but it does have a lot of history behind it. There's a lot of historic black businesses in that part of Chicago. So seeing this was pretty much shocking to me. Well, not really shocking. I would say it's shocking to me, but I thought we're on this time where, people are like pro black businesses. People want to support their own. People want to do things in support of a larger black cause. So seeing these things, it's like, are people not listening, or are we just making these things up because it sounds good, but in reality, nobody really practices any of this stuff. A lot of things are broken. Nobody wants to admit it, right? They're going to say you hate, hate, hate. No, a lot of things are broken. It's just, this is not normal. It's not. It should not be brushed over, which is what a lot of these guys are trying to do. They want these things to be brushed over.
Guys, it's so heartbreaking because, like you said, this is a staple on 75th Street. We've covered them a million times. They do such great things for the community. And this is such a familiar scene at this point where we have cleanup happening yet again because of a break-in overnight. We're working on more details on exactly what happened here. But as you can see behind me, cleanup efforts already underway. They were sweeping up the glass. And actually, they are opening here, even though the storefront was broken into. The owner, Stephanie Hart, posted on Facebook, this is what we know, saying that the burglars made off with parts of their POS system, their point of sale system, which has been a point of frustration for the shop. The equipment contained no cash inside. It's not like it had.
So they did this for no cash, okay? And I mean, think about it, right? The thought process that goes into this. The woman has to repair the glass. If she has insurance, I hope she does. But she has to come out of pocket somehow, right? Because there are deductibles, or her premiums are going to go up. If she's been hit twice, those premiums are going to go up. So either way, it's going to affect her business, right? It's going to affect her bottom line. And she's only selling bread and pastries. Those are very small margins, okay? Those are very, very small margins. They're not making a whole lot of money. Some of these people do it out of passion and out of heart. So to even think that this is a store to, not that I don't support any of this. I don't care what kind of store it is, but to do this to your own people should tell you a lot about where a lot of these brains are today. This is not going to go away, folks. I hate to tell you this. It's not going to get any better. That's the only sad part of this stuff. It's not going to get any better. Some people are going to get triggered by it, right? Only because we're talking about it, but it's not going to get better. It's not like we're going to turn the page overnight. It's not, right? I mean, well, at least they left the bread alone, right? At least they left the bread alone, right? They could have fed themselves and left, because what is it? Even if they got away with some money, what do you think they were going to do with the money? Smoke weed, buy drugs, there's just nothing. Just go to work if you have this energy to plot and plan to do something that will put you in jail for no reason. Where are the leaders telling these people that it's actually much easier to go to work or find work? I mean, you did all this and got away with a POS system that has no money. All of this stuff that has no money. Because, yeah, look at this, right? We're at the time in life where a lot of businesses are electronic. A lot of payments are electronic. So you're not gonna find stash of cash in people's registry overnight. They're gonna take the money with them home, or they're gonna drop it off at a bank. And very few people pay in cash anyway. So even the planning was low IQ. And let's say you've done that. All that planning just to get a POS system that has no money in it, that you can sell, right? Why don't you plan to put in some job applications, right? You could have put in some job applications.
Had, mountains of cash for them to steal. And unfortunately, this isn't the first time the business has been targeted. The bakery, along with some neighboring businesses, just like Styles Caribbean Roots Bar right next door, it's had recent break-ins the last 3 weeks. So really, they just got new glass, it sounds like, replaced from the break-in that just recently happened. Also, we're following some stories 2 months ago, maybe even 4 months ago as well. It's been happening.
This is a recurring situation, which means that if you're a business person, there is no need or there is no incentive in putting your business in the black communities or in the black neighborhoods, which is in Chicago's example. Since I used to live there, I know that is the south side and the west side. You want to not be around that place, which is what we're seeing a lot of store closures in Chicago around these particular areas because of the theft and the burglaries. So, one, you're not creating your own opportunities and your own businesses. But when somebody has from your community, somebody has put together something beautiful to serve your community, you keep hitting and targeting these stores to where they won't be able to operate anymore, which takes out services from your communities. When all these services are not in your communities, guess what happens? Your properties lose value. Then long term, you may get gentrified and pushed further south and further out into places that have no opportunity, and the cycle continues. There has to be a way to start cleaning up people's minds. This is not good at all. It's not. Say whatever you want to say about sub-Saharan Africans, but I can only speak for Ghana and maybe Zambia, the countries that I'm very close to, and Kenya. These things don't happen. Our children are not behaving like this. We may have some problems with poverty, okay? But that's a good problem to have.
Fairly a lot. But I will say, despite the setback, like I said, they are opening their doors here at Brown Sugar Bakery at 10 o'clock, hoping that you'll support. Also, Stephanie did, thank the community in her post, saying, thanks especially a community member for calling the police right away when they did see that there was broken glass on 75th at their storefront this morning, and try to get police involved right away. Just a sad scene. We're hoping to connect with Stephanie here soon to see if she can comment on what exactly happened, what's next. And it's unfortunately something that happens a lot. Stephanie, good morning. Would you be willing to join us live right now? I'm so sorry. This is a repeated story.
What a sweet lady, man. This is so sad. I think I'm gonna call that bakery and order some cakes. This is ridiculous, man.
For you. We know that you're probably tired talking about this.
It makes me sadder. Sadder. I was sad last time. I'm sadder. Is that a word?
It's okay. You know what? It is today, because we get what you mean. And I was just talking about your Facebook post from overnight and some of the information you shared with the community. Can you kind of repeat in your own words what happened? Do you know when this happened? If they have anyone in custody too?
There's no one in custody. There were 4 men. Luckily, neighbor or a community person drove by. They contacted the police. The police were able to zoom in on it from watching. So they watched them while they dispatched. They watched them come in the bakery, smash the window, come in the bakery, take the cash register, and come out. And it's just so sad because, one, I You got 4 young men who are masked up, hooded up, risking their lives going through a window that
I was about to say that is usually in line with my talking points. I find a lot of reasoning with black women for some reason. I've done a lot of these videos and I find a very big distinction between them. Like they seem to be the only ones working. They seem to be the only ones doing things. What really caught my attention here is 4 young men. I mean, it's young black men. Let's just be honest, right? It's 4 young black men sit together, plan together, and believe that this is a good idea. How are they going to even split the money? How much money do you think you're going to make from a bakery? I mean, they don't make a whole lot of money. Their margins are so small. So this is like the low IQ stuff. So when you hear guys like Tariq Nasheed and his friends sit online, chest up, making it sound like they are this exceptional group of people, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Are you not watching? Are you not seeing? Are we all living in do we live in a different country where some of us can see it and others can't see it? Or they're just ignoring it because it's just too obvious and it's become so mainstream that nobody really cares about it. You're not exceptional. Get over your, your superior mindset. You're not exceptional. This is horrible, man. Like, why do you? It would have been much better if we have photos of them looting bread. I think that's what we're gonna make the thumbnail as. But anyway, you get the gist of it. This is a sad story. If you want to help her, it's Brown Sugar Bakery on the south side in Chicago. Google it, find it. I may put a link to the business in the description and go out there and hit her up and support her.